Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is vlog number 3. You know that I moved to Italy, and since I didn't bring a lot of materials, I decided to make a series where I'm going to use the materials that I brought from Egypt before buying new one from Italy. You can watch this series on my accounts on Instagram and TikTok. Check them in the description box. I saw this granny square vest with ties a lot on Pinterest, so I decided it's going to be my first project. And I immediately started to do the design of the vest. The colors that I chose are pink, purple, and green. And I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook. For this vest, I will need 9 granny squares for each panel. That makes total of 18 granny squares. For the color grading, we will start with green, purple, and then pink. And the rest of the vest will be pink. Now, let's start crocheting. If you are a crochet beginner, this square is for you. So grab your hook and let's start. Start with your first color, mine is green, and do a slip knot. Let's start with row number 1. Chain 4 and slip stitch into the first stitch. Now do chain 3. This will be counted as a 1 double crochet, and do 2 other double crochets into the circle. This is called a shell, consists of 3 double crochets. Then chain 2 and repeat the same step 4 times, 3 double crochets and chain 2. After this row, you will see that we had a small square. Take your time and do it, and see you in the next step. As you see, we had 4 sets of 3 double crochets and chain 2. Let's start now with row number 2. Chain 3 counted as a 1 double crochet, and then into the next chain 2 space, do a corner. Consists of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into the same space. Now we had our first corner. Repeat the same steps into the other 3 chain 2 spaces to do 3 more corners. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And before you reach the 4th one, wait for me until I explain something. The last corner will be consisted of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, because the chain 3 that we made it in the beginning will be counted as the 3rd double crochet for this corner. Now cut your yarn and place color number 2. Mine is purple. Now let's start row number 3. Chain 3 and as always count it as a 1 double crochet. And into the same space do 2 more double crochets. So you will have the shell that is between the corners. The next chain space is a corner, so do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets as we did in the last row. Here you will see the space that has been created between the corners. So we will do a shell, 3 double crochets into the same space as the one that we did in the beginning of the row. And this is going to be the pattern of the row. 1 corner, 1 shell. Repeat the same pattern until you have 4 shells and 4 corners. Now let's start row number 4. Start with the chain 3 and into the next space do a shell. The next space will be a corner, so do a corner. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space. Now you will see that we have 2 spaces between each corner. Into each space we will do a shell, 3 double crochets into the same space. Keep repeating the same pattern. Into a corner, do a corner, and into the spaces between the corners, do a shell. In the last shell in the row, you will do only 2 double crochets because the chain 3 in the beginning of the row will be counted as a 1 double crochet. After you finish row 4, cut the yarn and place the last color. For row number 5 and number 6, we will repeat the same pattern. Into the corners, we will do corners, and into the spaces between the corners, we will do shells. Those are rows of repeat, so take your time and do them. I forgot to record row number 6. That's why you will see my square with only 5 rows. But to do this vest, you have to do the 6 rows. After you finish row 6, cut the yarn, sew your ends, and repeat the same square 17 more times to do a total of 18 granny squares. And this is the final result. So go and do your squares, and I will see you in the next vlog where I'm going to show you how to do the vest. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Ciao!